booktubeathon, TBR, here we go. This year is actually the first year that I am participating in the booktubeathon. In the past, I have watched people's vlogs, I have cheered them on, but now I wanted to try it for myself. If you are unaware, the booktubeathon is a readathon created by Ariel Bassett, and this year it is running from July the 30th until August the 5th. I am going to try my best to fulfill as many challenges as possible. I have to say though that I know that I'm not going to be able to fulfill the one challenge about wearing a hat while you read a book, because I don't wear hats. My head is too big, I have too much hair, I just don't do it. So I'm just letting you know right now, you're not going to see a hat on this at all. Let me go ahead and tell you about the books that I plan on reading. The first challenge that Ariel mentions is to flip a coin to decide which book you read first. However, I might try to do that after I tell you about the rest of the books that I am going to read. The next challenge is to read a book about something that you want to do, and for that challenge I'm going to attempt to read Savage Inequalities. I'm going into the field of school counseling, and in this book, it talks about how the public education system is unequal, and depending on where you go, you have a very different experience. As a school counselor, not only do I want to get to know those students who are coming from different backgrounds, but I also want to write about it. I want to do my own research and just tell the stories of those who would otherwise be unheard. The next challenge is to read a book to movie adaptation and then watch the movie afterwards. For that one, I plan on reading Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. This is by Becky Albertalli, and I spoke about this book in a book haul that I filmed when my friend Margarita came to visit me earlier this month. I'm gonna link that somewhere below so you can see that. After I read this book, I plan on renting Love, Simon from Redbox. And yeah, I'm excited for the movie. A lot of people have told me great things, but of course, me being me, I had to read the book first before I watched the movie. The next challenge is to read a book with green on the cover. For that challenge, I'm going to read Messenger by Lois Lowry. I actually own this book, I just do not know where it is at the moment. So I've already downloaded the book from my Libby app, and I plan on reading that during the readathon, obviously. The next challenge that I'm specifically going to fulfill is to read a book with a beautiful spine. For that challenge, I'm going to read Homegoing by Ya Gyasi. I have been meaning to read this book. I've heard a lot of people say a lot of great things about it, so I thought it was finally my turn to read it. And I like how the spine is definitely a continuation of the cover itself, so I thought that was really cool, and to me it is a beautiful spine. So yeah, Homegoing. And I will say this is the longest book on my TBR. I think this is an even 300 pages, so I'm gonna push through it and I'm gonna read it. So yeah, the overall goal of the booktubeathon is for participants to read 7 books over the course of the week. And up to this point, I've only told you about 4 of the books that I plan on reading, so now I'm going to talk to you about the final 3. The next book that I plan on reading is The Fire This Time by Jesmyn Ward. This is a collection of essays about race and racial relations in the United States. A, this topic really interests me, and B, I read Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward and I really enjoyed it. So I think it's great that it's another work that she was involved in that I will be able to read. The next book that I plan on reading is The Thing Around Your Neck by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. This is a collection of short stories by Adichie. I read and loved Americana, I've read and loved We Should All Be Feminist and Dear Ejiwele, so pumped for this one too. That was cool. I was talking for so long that my battery died. The 7th book that I plan on reading is Home by Toni Morrison. Ooh, Homegoing. Oh, BT Dubs. This book is about a soldier. I don't know what war he's coming home from, but it's a soldier who comes back to the States after the war, and this is all about the aftermath and what his life looks like after his service. So pumped about that. So yes, those are the 7 books that I plan on reading. We'll see what happens. If you're planning on participating in the booktubeathon, please let me know what books you are reading. Yeah, we'll get through this together. Oh my gosh, now that I have my 7 books, I should pick which book to read first. I feel the most drawn to The Fire This Time and Savage Inequalities, so I'm going to, can I ask Siri to flip a coin? Heads or tails?
Tails.
I can! Heads will be Savage Inequalities and tails will be The Fire This Time. So heads, tails, heads, tails. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads. So heads is Savage Inequalities. So that is the book that I am going to read first. Pumped. I think there's actually a part of me that wishes that it started sooner, but Monday is going to be here before I know it. So yeah, that's all that I have for you guys. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!